Yo, this is for my notification gang only. If you want to be on my next video for a shout out, only thing you have to do is like up the video, watch this video fully, comment down below notification gang. Make sure you do subscribe, turn notifications so you won't miss out on my daily videos. Appreciate all the support lately, y'all. Like I said, I'm going crazy this year. But anyways, y'all, enjoy the video. Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Chuck. Now for this video, I will be acting to Bobby Shmurda. This is my first time watching this. Make sure I do subscribe, turn on notifications. Follow all my social medias at the top of the screen. And like I said, for my notification gang, turn on notifications so you won't miss out on my shout out videos. But anyways, y'all, let's get into this video.
Bobby Shmurda had everything going for him. His song Hot Boy took the internet by storm, which led to Bobby signing an impressive record deal with Epic Records, as well as making a solid income from his shows. $20,000 per performance, to be exact. At the time,
that's a lot of money at that time. 20 bands for a show, that's good.
Of this recording, Hot Boy has over 500 million views on YouTube and is a certified platinum single, meaning it has sold over 1 million copies. But even with the world in the palm of his hands, Bobby Shmurda still somehow managed to get himself in hot water with the law. At the peak of Bobby Shmurda's career, Bobby, as well as the rest of GS9, got picked up by the NYPD on an abundance of charges. Charges that ultimately got one of GS9 members sentenced to over 117 years in prison. Curious how all this turned out for Bobby Shmurda? Well, then we got you covered. Here is an exclusive inside look at the criminal history of Bobby Shmurda. Now, before I get started, I just want to ask you guys to follow my Twitter @pluggy_. Once again, that's @pluggy 2Gs 1Y_ on Twitter. Bobby Shmurda's first run-ins with the law allegedly happened years before he was famous. Nothing too serious, but due to the lack of police records, we can't really bring you any details. Bobby's first documented arrest occurred on June 3rd, 2014, while hanging out with a couple of friends at his girlfriend's apartment. According to multiple sources, 2 officers were outside of his girlfriend's residence getting ready to execute a search warrant with drug use as the probable cause when they found the door to the apartment was already open. When they peeked inside the apartment, they saw Bobby Shmurda with a joint in one hand and a firearm in the other. The 2 officers then proceeded to take all 4 people in the apartment into custody and charge Bobby Shmurda with criminal possession of a weapon, which was a felony. Bobby told the police that the gun was just a prop for a music video, but I don't think the police believed him. It was also revealed that Bobby's side of the story was much more different than the story given by the authorities. According to Bobby Shmurda, the cops apparently rushed inside and lined everybody up against a wall while they tore up the apartment until they found something. The police ended up finding a firearm and decided to charge Bobby for illegally possessing it. They then put Bobby in the back of a cop car and held him there for over 8 hours. Evidence later revealed that none of Bobby Shmurda's DNA was found on the gun, and court documents also stated that Bobby's lawyer plans to argue against the search warrant since it was allegedly issued under false pretenses. Bobby Shmurda's next run-in with the law happened near the end of the summer in 2014. According to multiple reports, Bobby Shmurda arrived with a group of people for a gig he had at a club in Queens. Upon arrival to the club, Bobby was greeted by a number of cops who were waiting for him to arrive. The cops then searched the vehicle Bobby was in and ultimately found one of the worst things a person could possibly have in their possession: a joint. Yeah, so after discovering the dangerous kush, the police pulled everybody out of the car and arrested them on the spot. Bobby's manager, Donnie Flores, ended up going to the precinct and got them out shortly after. In the end, nobody was charged for this horrible crime. Now, this next arrest is probably the one that everybody watching is the most familiar with. On December 17th, 2014, in the early hours of that Wednesday morning, Bobby Shmurda and friends were leaving Quad Studio, the same record studio Tupac was shot and robbed at back in 1994, after a long night of recording. According to multiple reports, police arrested Bobby and 14 others. Among those other 14 were his brother Javis and his close friend and fellow rapper, Rowdy Rebel. The charges against Bobby Shmurda were conspiracy to commit murder, reckless endangerment, drug possession, and gun possession. Bobby was facing 8 to 25 years in prison. The charges against some of the other affiliates were murder, attempted murder, assault, and drug dealing. These charges carry a sentence of life in prison. During his hearing the next day, Bobby Shmurda pled not guilty to the charges and was held on a massive $2 million bail. According to several media outlets, The NYPD have been investigating GS9 for a long time, well before Bobby Shmurda even became famous. To the police, GS9 is a gang, instead of just a rap group that Bobby claims it to be, and have been allegedly involved with murders and for shooting at crowds in public places, as well as for dealing drugs and having deadly battles with other rival gangs. Cops even went as far as to try to use Bobby's lyrics against him, but the Supreme Court said they cannot be used against him in a trial. Bobby Shmurda sat in jail for almost 2 years before he was even sentenced. On September 2nd, 2016, it was revealed that Bobby Shmurda accepted a plea deal for his charges. The deal was that if he pleads guilty to 1 count of third-degree conspiracy and 1 count of weapon possession, that he will only be sentenced to 7 years in prison, which is obviously better than the 8 to 25 years he was facing. Other conditions of his deal included that he cannot appeal the sentence, but in return, he will be given credit for the 2 years he's already served, ultimately bringing his sentence down to 5 years. He would also be given 5 years probation following his sentence. It was also later revealed that Bobby was offered a better deal than the one he accepted, but turned it down so his friend Rowdy Rebel could serve less time. The original deal was that Bobby would only serve 5 years, while Rowdy Rebel would have to serve 12 years, but also offered that if Bobby would serve 7 years, then they would give Rowdy 7 as well. This was an extremely generous thing for Bobby Shmurda to do, but according to the New York Times, Bobby somewhat regretted his decision in court, saying, "I want to drop my plea. I want to drop my plea and fire you. I was forced by my attorney to take this plea. I was forced." Since the conditions of his plea was that Bobby cannot appeal, the judge denied this request and sentenced him to the 7 years they had agreed upon. After sentencing, Bobby's lawyer Alex Spiro came out and said that he expects Bobby to be released in 3.5 years with good behavior. Bobby Shmurda is currently behind bars at the time of this recording, but is in good spirits according to his family. During the first few years in prison, Bobby did have some incidents that got him in a bit of hot water. The first one being that his girlfriend got caught trying to sneak in a shank to give Bobby back in 2015. This resulted in Bobby getting a 4-year sentence in 2017, but would not face any additional prison time for it since the sentence would run concurrently with his current sentence. It was also reported that Bobby got in a Bloods vs. Crips brawl in May of 2015, and was also involved in another brawl involving several inmates in November of 2016, which led to Bobby being sent to solitary confinement for a month, as well as having all phone privileges gone for a certain amount of time. But as of 2017, Bobby has been staying out of troubles behind bars, and is still on track to be released at the agreed upon time. Bobby has a parole hearing scheduled for August of 2020, and his conditional release date is scheduled for December 11th, 2020. Keep in mind, Bobby Shmurda is only 24 years old, so he still has a lot of career left in front of him. Let's hope he comes out better than ever. Well, there you have it. The entire
Appreciate y'all watching through this video with me. Make sure you do subscribe, turn on notifications, follow all my social medias at the top of this video. And appreciate all the support lately, y'all. Just keep showing me love, keep showing me support, and I will keep dropping these bangers. And like I said, for my notification gang, turn on notifications so you won't miss out on my next shout out video. And like I said, Bobby Shmurda is out. He need to drop some bangers, he need to drop some heat. And I promise you his next album is gonna go crazy, no cap. But anyways, y'all, I'm out.